Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a quick broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. Man, 21 has been an exciting year for Jerusalem's Gate. We've been being very aggressive on the videos, on the news coverage, how it relates to current day prophecy. I just did a sermon a couple of videos ago on the importance of love in these last days. I highly suggest you go back and watch it. It's extremely important. But just the opposite of love is our topic today. It has to do with wars and rumors of wars. Okay, let's get on the topic. The topic is, a few days ago, an Israeli ship got attacked with a mine. They think it's a mine that was placed and it exploded. And it didn't sink the ship, thank God, and nobody got killed. But it was an attack that Israel believes that was sponsored by a covert operation of Iran. Now, we know that the number one most important security risk of Israel today is by far, by a big margin, is Iran. The Persian Tigers on the march to get nuclear weapons. They got their tentacles in Syria, Iraq, Yemen, and they already have been given long-range missiles that can be easily converted into ICBMs that can reach the mainland of the United States. Now, here's a question for you, and think about it when you answer this question to yourself. Do you think that when a country obtains nuclear weapons and long-range missiles, that the way the world treats that country changes automatically? Okay, Gaddafi with Libya, he voluntarily gave up his nuclear program because he had a nuclear program to develop nuclear weapons. He voluntarily gave it up. What happened to Gaddafi? Now, if Gaddafi had nuclear weapons and long-range ICBMs, do you think that would have happened to Gaddafi? Because that was U.S. backed. That happened to Gaddafi. My personal feelings is that Gaddafi would still be living today. And Kim with North Korea. Do you think that something would have happened to North Korea by now, by the U.S. or any other country, if they did not have nuclear weapons and ICBMs? That's a serious question you got to ponder, because once a country, and I am against nuclear weapons, trust me, but I'm just speaking the reality of the world. Once a country gets nuclear weapons, particularly with the long-range missiles, the whole picture changes on how you handle that country. The whole picture changes. And that's why we have to make sure that Iran never gets nuclear weapons. China has already given them missiles that can be easily converted into long-range missiles. And, you know, it's a very pressing issue for Israel, and it's a very serious threat to the United States. Because I personally believe that when they obtain nuclear weapons and they fit it on their missiles, that they won't let the world know immediately. They would like to probably stockpile a number of them. And the threat is Iran's not stupid. They know if they launch an ICBM at the U.S. or to Israel, they know that the satellites are going to pick it up, and their country will be a crater. It'd be totally wiped out. My concern is Iran getting them and giving them to somebody else to use. Iran is very unstable when in that, and who they choose to give military stuff to. That's what concerns me. But I got a video from I-24 News. I highly suggest you watch it. It's only a couple of minutes long. And then I like to close before we go to this video. I hate talking about this topic so much. But Jerusalem's Gate is a non-profit Christian news and sermon channel. And we don't make no money here. But what we do ask is if you'd be so kind to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you like the video, to hit the like, because evidently that's how YouTube works with the exposure of the videos. And we're trying to grow the channel the best we can. Christian news and sermon channels I don't think they get, and this is my own personal opinion, I don't think they get a lot of coverage as another video would, especially my videos on Jerusalem's Gate. And I don't know why that is, and I just don't know why, but we're getting aggressive with asking for subscribers and hitting the notification bell and likes. So that would help us out tremendously. Again, I hate asking that. I hate it. I really do. I try not to ask it, but we have to grow the channel. So with that being said, remember, we love you. Here comes the video. Please watch it. It's only a couple of minutes long.
Reports of alleged Israeli strikes in Syria have become almost routine, but the strike on Sunday night might be different. It comes just 3 days after an Israeli-owned ship was the target of an attack in the Persian Gulf, which Israel blames on Iran. Reports in Syria say the latest strike did not target Iranian installations in the area of the Damascus airport, as Israel usually does, but hit an area south of the Syrian capital where Iranian forces are present, meant to protect the local Shia population from the Sunni majority.
We need to give a clear, unambiguous signal to the Iranian regime that a policy of escalating provocations will not be tolerated in the run-up to whatever may happen on the nuclear issue. The Iranians are trying to raise the level of tension, and we are trying to tell them that there will be a cost to that.
Israel, as usual, is keeping quiet. Iran, for its part, denies it was behind the attack on the Israeli-owned ship. Both sides may not be interested in a major escalation, but everything indicates that a low-intensity war between the two nations is already being fought.